You want to get a good workout at home, but you don't have dumbbells or barbells or bands or suspension trainers, that's okay. You can use regular household items. 1 liter bottle of water, 2 pounds. 4 liters, like a gallon sized bottle of water, 3.7 liters actually, but a gallon size, about 8.5 pounds. And the big 5-gallon bottles of water for water cooler systems, they're 45 pounds. You can do quite a bit with them, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a dumbbell squat, but we're going to use water bottles. First off, let's go over squat form. Feet are shoulder width apart. That's the heels are shoulder width apart. Your toes are turned out about 10-15 degrees. This is for most people. At all times, I want you staying on the heels of your feet. What you're going to do is you're going to descend by sticking your butt backwards, and you're going to ascend by sticking your pelvis forwards. So your butt goes back, your pelvis comes forward. As you do that, your knees and your hips bend at the same time and they straighten at the same time. So no bending at the waist first, then bending at the knees, or bending at the knees and then at the waist. Okay, it all happens at the same time. And ideally, you're trying to come down so that your thighs are parallel with the ground. Not everybody's able to do that for strength reasons, for flexibility reasons, and some people have knee joint pain or hip joint pain. Have to be really careful. So, be aware. You may only be able to do a partial squat, go halfway down. That's fine, but just remember the basics. Hips go back, hips come forward. Knees and hips move at the same time. I want you to make sure your core is tight. Your back is straight by lightly pulling your shoulder blades together and you're looking straight ahead. Okay? And I maintain that position through the full range of motion. Okay? Notice I'm not like this. I have my head way up like this, okay? Everything's straight. I'm going to breathe in, out, in, out. Quads, glutes, hamstrings, great exercise for it. Make sure you're staying on the heels throughout the full range of motion. And one more thing, make sure that your knees are always through the whole range of motion, pointing in the direction of your toes. Okay, so as you come down, pointing in the direction of your toes, and as you come up, same thing. What I tend to find is due to flexibility concerns or perhaps a weakness in the gluteus medius muscle on the side, what will happen is people will come down and then their legs as they come up will bow in just a little bit. Watch for that, okay? If that happens, report it to your trainer, and your trainer will either give you some flexibility exercises or some remedial strength exercises to strengthen certain muscles, or perhaps they might ask you to consult with a physio, osteo, or chiropractor. So all we're going to do is we're going to add in holding some weight, 2.2 pounds each basically, 2 pounds. When I'm holding the weight, I can't have too wide of a stance. There is a sumo version of this where I can have a really wide stance. But this one is a relatively narrow stance. Again, feet are shoulder width apart. And I'm going to do everything that I was just doing, just holding on to weight, okay? Breathe in, out. Beware of the tendency, because you're holding weight, to round over and slouch. Bad for your back, okay? You really have to be conscious about keeping that core tight and keeping your chest expanded even at the bottom portion of the motion. See how I got my chest expanded, my shoulder blades are pulled together, okay? I want to keep that chest open and not slouch. So there it is. A squat using water bottles at home.